Can my friend sponsor me for a green card in the United States? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our office here in St. Louis, Missouri. You know, we get this question from time to time. We have people who say, I have this great friend in Boston or California or somewhere, and they want to sponsor me to come to the United States. Usually these questions come from overseas for people on our online chat, or if they're calling into the office and they want to know, can we stay in the United States while my friend's petition is sponsoring me? And the fact of the matter is that a friend cannot sponsor you for a green card. They might have the best resume, they might be the best U.S. citizen, but there's no family relationship, there's no relationship that USCIS recognizes that would allow for that friend to sponsor you. So really, to come to the United States, you're going to have a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident relative. So if they are a U.S. citizen and they are your spouse or your child and they're over 21, and then also if you're a child of a U.S. citizen and you're under 21, those people can be sponsored by a U.S. citizen. A green card holder can only sponsor their spouse or their children who are either over or under 21. So that whole 21 thing is its own issue. We'll make a video about that. But for the most part, unless you have a family member who fits into one of those categories I just mentioned, or unless you have a lawful permanent resident sponsor, either way, you're not going to be able to come to the United States. You might also be able to come through a business situation where an employer is willing to sponsor you. So sometimes people say, I have this friend back home, he's a really good cook, and I want him to come work in my restaurant. Well, that's most likely not going to work unless he's some kind of world-class famous chef and you have a world-class restaurant. But for the most part, the only people who are going to be able to come through employment are going to be people who work in specialty occupations, and that's jobs like accountants or doctors or lawyers, jobs that require a specific degree in a specific field, and it's almost always going to involve a college degree. And so you're not most likely going to be able to sponsor your friend or be sponsored by your friend unless you have the credentials that would pass muster for any independent business. In other words, they're going to look at your case very carefully, and if they figure out that you're friends, they're going to hold it to a whole other level of scrutiny. So just being friends with someone is most likely going to hurt your employment visa case as opposed to helping your employment visa case. The other ways your friend could help you, perhaps, are to help you fill out paperwork for the diversity visa lottery, which is one of the other ways that people can come and stay in the United States. But for the most part, just having that friendly relationship isn't going to help with a diversity visa. You're actually going to have to go through the lottery and get picked on your own. And having a friend in the United States might help you figure out where to resettle, but for the most part, having a friend is not going to help you. The last way to stay in the United States, of course, is asylum or coming as a refugee. And again, having a friend here in the United States is most likely not going to help with that. So in answer to our viewer's question who wrote us yesterday asking about whether my friend can sponsor me for a green card, the answer to that question is most likely no, unless they have a thriving business and you have a job that would fit in well with that business and that it's a specialty occupation. But for the most part, you're not going to be able to get a family type visa. You're not going to be able to come on the diversity visa unless you get picked in the lottery, which has nothing to do with you being friends. And you're probably not going to be able to come for asylum. Your friend's not going to be able to help you with that. So we hope this answers the question. If you have questions that you'd like us to answer on video, just shoot us an email at info@hackinglawpractice.com. We'll try to make a video about it. Or you can call us at 314-961-8200. We're always happy to help with whatever situations you have. If you like this video, please be sure to like it below. Click on share and share it with your friends, and then make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook channels, and also join us in the Immigrant Home Facebook group. We'd be happy to have you. Thanks a lot.